news, everyone. We have some help on the show today. It's How to Basic. Do you like squirrels? Are you ready to help me? Where's the dressing? Is that lettuce? No, thank you. I've had quite enough. The bait we're going to be using today is a mixture of sunflower seeds, peanuts, and some dried fruit. If you're curious where I got this delicious mix, Walmart. If you go to the gardening section, you can find this exact spread. Today we're only going to be using 2 traps, this one and this one. It's been about 4 or 5 months since we filled in all these holes. This is the only one that has become undug, and that could just be because the dirt sank further or a squirrel is here digging it up. If we do catch one, I think we're just going to relocate him to the far end of the property rather than taking him to a completely different area. And I think that'll work out better for both of us. I get more content, and he doesn't have a drastic home change. Well, we didn't catch a squirrel, but we did catch a poor little bird. So I'm going to try to very carefully not get owned as I open this part. Calm down, it'll be okay. Alright, here goes the bird freedom. Oh, fuck. Alright, that was quick. Shit. Alright, well, that was nifty. Alright, well, this one went off, but clearly it went off by a mouse or something, because when that closed, it certainly didn't close tight enough. There's a big fucking hole for them to escape. Oh well. I put down 2 traps. One caught a bird, and the other trap, which I put near a bush, it didn't catch anything. When I went and looked at it, the bait was gone, and there was nothing inside the trap. So I figured it had to be a rat, something that would wiggle through. Here we have a rabbit at 2:55 a.m. sniffing around the trap. He looks up. Bam. Rabbit captured. This is the last footage we have of him in the cage, so he spent a grand total of 10 minutes inside of it until he realized he had big fucking swole rabbit muscles and busted out. So don't be too sad about his struggle. It was only 10 fucking minutes. The real struggle is me having to put up with this bullshit game cam that won't activate when the thing gets caught and when the thing escapes. It just randomly turns on when it senses some sort of like, that might be a gust of wind. Let me activate. Oh, that might be a shrew that just runs past very quickly. Let me activate. Okay, well, I would want it to turn on if there was a shrew, to be honest. Alright, it is time to kill this camera. I've had it for about 6 months, and it's been nothing but a pain in my ass. It will no longer format SD cards that I put in there, so I'm just going to kill it. I'd like to get a new camera that doesn't suck this bad, so I'll spend a little more, and hopefully that'll make the difference. Whoa, look at that, Lincoln. There's little light bulbs inside. There's like a circuit board inside of here. You think that's what does all the calculations in it? If you live in Southern California or some parts of Arizona, there's a good chance you've eaten at one of the Erto Mexican restaurants. Now, not to give these places too much promotion, because I'm not here to advertise them. I'm here to do more of an informational/educational series that is particularly interesting to me, but not the general public. But back to the Mexican food shit. If you've been in one of these restaurants, you will notice that they're eerily similar to one another. They all act and operate the same way, they serve the same food, and they have similar names. But why? Why are they so similar? I needed to know, so I decided to do some research.
and my research brought me to the burrito blog. Here's what I found. The Roberto/Alberto's rivalry started when two brothers by those names inherited the original Roberto's chain. The younger brother, Alberto, took his share of the Roberto's restaurants and renamed them after himself. As the older brother expanded his number of shops, the younger brother followed suit. As the expansion grew to the point of diminishing returns somewhere in the mid-80s, they both began to sell off their less popular shops. The new owners of these shops didn't want to lose the drawing power that the Roberto/Alberto name had. They decided to rename their shops to the point of lunacy. They used names like Gilberto's, Filiberto's, Feel My Fucking Ass Berto's, Yum Yum Shitty Bobo Lakataka Way Way Berto's.
What the fuck is this? I told you 1,000 fucking times to turn off the fucking light when you're not using it! God fucking damn it! Bertos!
So naturally, after finding out this cool bit of history from the burrito blog, I wanted to share it with you guys, and I also wanted to figure out how many of these shops are actually out there. Do they get any more absurd than Rambertos? Here is the comprehensive list of restaurants that are currently open in 2017. Rigoberto's, Heriberto's, Hilberto's, Adalberto's, Diberto's, which was destroyed in a fire in 2013, Aliberto's, Iberto's, Alerto's. Alerto's has one of the most fucked mascots I think I've ever seen. It's a weird Scandinavian guy with a hunchback, weird Swedish cowboy hat. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. Gualberto's, Gilberto's, Ramberto's, Berto's. That's sort of a modern day one. I like that. Julio Berto's, Filiberto's, Rolly Berto's, King Berto's, Bro Berto's, Juan Berto's, Tio Alberto's, Berto's, Rio Berto's, Humberto's, Roberto's, Feliberto's, Alan Berto's, Lori Berto's, Alberto, Albreto's, Albert's, Albertacos, Alfredo's, Albertitas, and Willy Berto's. Out of all the Erto taco shops that are local to me, I decided to compare the burritos on two objective criteria: weight and weight. I think the wait time data could have ended up being more interesting if any of them took longer than 5 minutes. Let's just move on to the weight. When comparing these burritos, there was a clear outlier in the pack. It was the DiBerto's burrito, which was quite massive and girthy. It was a bit intimidating, if I'm going to be honest. Here is the list of the weight data that I gathered. The Alfredo's burrito was the lightest. It came in at 1 pound, 1.7 ounces. And of course, the heaviest burrito ended up being the DiBerto's burrito at 1 pound, 10 ounces. I know that the weight of the burritos alone isn't enough to judge the tastiness level of them, so I decided to peel back the foreskin and see what's inside. The guacamole and cheese are pretty soundly spread throughout it. The sour cream tends to be in one patch here. When it's got this much grease hanging out, you know there might be a bit of an issue. The Blanca Carne Asada, which kind of looks a little bit boiled. Albert Tacos does things a little bit different than the competition. Ooh, sour cream is not present. What I would consider a pretty good fried to carne asada ratio. This one is the salsa lover's dream. I'm not a terrible fan of this one because I feel like it's going to be a very dry eat. This one would certainly need some sauces. Last one we got